Okay, thank you, first of all, for meeting with us at GABA Friends and talking about your fun show. We love it. We love you guys. Let's start with Kaya Papaya's question. Which Yo Gabba Gabba character do you most identify with? Are there any of the characters' personalities modeled after yourselves?
I really like Balloony. He kind of has, I don't know, a fun sort of personality that I wish I could fly and be like Balloony, but then there's also Gooble. So between Balloony and Gooble, I'd have to say, I have that sad streak.
I would say Muno because he only has one eye, and I feel like I can relate to that. But then I could also relate to him being clumsy as well. So, I don't know. Maybe Muno.
Okay.
Maybe Plex. Because I pretend I know a lot of things.
Nice.
Because of the voice.
Thank you. Gabba Mama 88 would like to know, we know that Muno, Broby, and Gooble have Aquabat's roots, but what was the inspiration or how did you come up with Fufa, Tootie, and Plex?
I would say the idea for the characters, their personality traits was kind of first, and we sort of matched the colors and the shapes and all those type of things later.
To
It wasn't
personality,
like,
yeah.
oh hey, we got this great thing. It was like, even with the Aquabats character, it was like, hey, what about this broccoli bee that we have?
Yeah.
What if we made a cute version of him and he was
Right.
like fuzzy and was this character, Broby,
Yeah, and a character that was kind of sad, but then could get cheered up real easy. And being green, it kind of fit
The cute baby,
the personality traits of the characters.
Destiny Alexis 122 asks, why the name Yo Gabba Gabba? Is there something hidden behind the name? All us fans would like to know.
Not really. We're just looking for a magic word that young kids could remember easily, like Gaga, Goo Goo, or you take those phonetic sounds that your children learn first.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, Baba,
And in the first stages of development, we were just like, okay, it's abracadabra, it's a magic word. We're gonna come up with our own magic word,
Right.
a baby magic word.
That's
Yep.
it.
Cool.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Great. Gabalicious asks, how long does it take to film a season of Yo Gabba Gabba?
Start to finish. 10 months.
Pre-production's about 4 months.
Yeah.
And shooting
Writing
usually
it
takes
is
about
pre-production.
3 months, usually. And then post-production's about 2 to 3
months.
months. So I can't do
10.
that.
It's 10 months.
10 months.
Okay, Issa Domo asks, was it difficult for you guys to develop the female characters? Did you consult the females in your lives for help or inspiration? And what qualities did you feel were most important to incorporate?
Obviously, our wives are a big part of this in our families, and my daughter and her personality, she was definitely one of the inspirations to make the show to begin with. So the stuff she was into had a lot of influence on the show, but both Scott's wife and my wife, they're big forces of reason behind the show. And then almost everyone we work with at Nickelodeon is female, so we have a real great team of people that tell us what we should do instead of what we're doing.
Sure.
Holly and Ben ask, or say, I see so many influences from the shows I loved growing up in Yo Gabba Gabba. What were your favorite TV shows growing up?
There's so many. Let's start with not only Sesame Street Muppets, but also the Muppet Show, watching that as a family. And that's kind of part of the nugget of like, could we do a variety show like the Muppet Show where mom and dad could maybe last watching it for longer than like a few seconds, like some of the current TV shows at the time that we couldn't watch as fathers or didn't want to watch for very long.
Yeah. Couldn't watch.
Yes.
What are
Without
some other
throwing
inspirations? You
Well,
go
like
to
all the
jump
Sid and Marty Krofft stuff was a big influence on us from the early 70s, like Puffin' Stuff and Lidsville and the Bugaloos, and a lot of the early 70s children's shows and variety shows, it had music and dance in the shows, and they kind of set the tone, including obviously Sesame Street. They kind of set the tone for children's television in general, and so I think a lot of the show is influenced by those early children's shows from the golden age of children's television.
Yeah, like Electric Company when they were doing really kind of short snippets of things, magazine format, basically.
Sesame Street, Electric Company.
Like Sesame Street too.
Zoom. There's a bunch of kids shows we watch because it's our job, I guess.